I'm about to go to the biggest LEGO convention in the whole world, so stay tuned to the end of the video to see what your favorite build there was. And so we enter Brick World Chicago. It was massive. There was so much stuff to look at. This is the first of many, many Star Wars builds. If you don't see, there's a very weird-looking Woody in the corner next to this lobster, which two builds I wouldn't expect to see, a shirtless Woody and a lobster. We have this really cool motorized lake and a rip-off Garfield. I don't know what that is, but I think it's really, really, really cool. The biggest mock we've seen yet, and possibly one of the biggest in the whole park, or whatever, is this massive Jurassic Park, which for some reason has Steve. I don't understand why, but it is humongous. The amount of dinosaurs in this place is crazy. Spend all day on one thing. So look at this massive school that has a bunch of Minecraft characters for some reason. A really cool RV that I actually have, and this Kai minifigure, and a Spider-Man, because why not? We move on to this massive boat that has tons and tons of stuff. It's crazy. For the next thing, we have a cool Ninjago build, which I really enjoy. Another city with a bunch of references like Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, many more. Comment below how many you can find. A bunch of babies grouped up, which is actually kind of scary. This gigantic Luigi, Princess Peach. I mean, they're incredible. That's not all, though. We also have a blue guy, sorry, I forget his name. Gigantic Bowser, possibly my favorite one. Favorite big sculpture, I mean. A Toad, a Yoshi, and a Mario, which isn't as tall as Luigi. Then we have a gigantic Statue of Liberty. You'll see that in a minute, don't worry. Look at the references first. We got a Batman, a boat, tons of boats, a cheerleading squad. We get to the biggest thing, the gigantic Statue of Liberty. I need to start going faster because there's tons of stuff. A gigantic sculpture of Steve. He's everywhere. Tons of lightsabers, swords, video game stuff, Captain America's shield, Thor's Mjolnir, which I actually got to hold a lightsaber. It was really cool, but I was so scared to drop it. I couldn't pose or anything because I was terrified. That's not the only thing, though. We have a Deadpool thing, an Iron Man helmet, a Darth Vader helmet, tons of Marvel references like this Tony Stark, the Eye of Agamotto, Black Panther necklace, Green Goblin bomb, two web slingers, and my favorite part of this whole thing, the Spider-Man helmet. There's also a life-size She-Hulk, a hockey rink, which I think is really cool. Got some stormtroopers watching, because again, why not? A baseball field, also super cool. Something that hasn't happened in a very long time, and a Teen Titans Go tower, which I was currently building, so it was very disappointing to see that somebody already beat me to it. Sonic the Hedgehog, and my favorite part of this entire thing, it's very long, so sit back and relax while I explain this entire thing. It is a Marvel city. We have a Sentinel, Daily Bugle, a bunch of other buildings, so many references. You can see Sandman over there, Cull Obsidian over there fighting, the Avengers Tower, you can see Vulture flying, we got the Fantastic Four, Splinter, the Ninja Turtles, because, you know, this isn't just Marvel. You can actually see Master Splinter up there with some X-Men and Batman if you look carefully. Sandman again, and a Rhino fighting Spider-Man. Let's take a closer look at the Sentinel, though, to see its beauty. And then we have a bunch more references. Tell me how many you could find. Comment below everything you can find, because I guarantee I've missed a bunch of stuff. So many Avengers fighting down there. You can see Hulk fighting a 4+ Hulkbuster, because they had to include something crappy, I guess. If you can see over there, there's a giant Ant-Man right next to a Sanctum Sanctorum. Sorry, my cameraman skills were terrible. I was excited. Then we move on to part 2, where there's the Baxter Building, Scarlet Witch over there in her own tornado, and Oscorp that has Spider-Man swinging building to building. It was insane. If you can look very carefully up there, you might have to rewind. There, at the very top of the Baxter Building, there was a Deadpool on a unicorn. There is a very cool thing on the Daily Bugle that has a symbiote coming out of it. A gigantic Sandman hand, which is so cool to see, realizing that Sandman is not just his body. Ant-Man, which I personally have. I'm going to brag about that every single time I get a chance. Now that we're done with that, we have this really cool Minecraft world that is also huenormous. We have this Batman pinball machine, which used to work. He was telling us about it. I still think it's really cool, even if the pinball machine doesn't work anymore. Then this roller coaster, which has an insanely steep drop. I think it's cooler than a lot of the roller coasters that look in person, in my opinion. It is humongous. He said he would be 300 feet tall if somebody built this in real life. It is crazy. We also have Baby Yoda recording for some reason, Garfield, and we also have a Barbie movie thing. It has this very, very cool Bob's Bunker. It is massive. Who knows why he needs this much stuff, but I'm not going to mess with him. We got more giant Star Wars because, I mean, that's like the favorite Lego thing ever. I looked over and saw these people. I knew I had to get a picture with them later. But I had to see some other things first because they weren't exactly close. So here's another pretty cool Star Wars base. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I don't really know what it is. A bunch of Star Wars dioramas. I personally like the Revenge of the Sith one. That is one of my favorite Star Wars scenes of all time, though, so I'm biased. There was this really cool Star Wars video game level mock, which I actually thought was really, really, really cool. Then we move on to another Star Wars thing. I just thought it was amazing. All of them are super impressive. Upscale minifig, which, again, are my favorite, and then another big Star Wars ship. We go to the next one where it's not Star Wars, but it's still space. It's like a futuristic city. Then we go to my most unique one, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. It was really cool to see Phineas and Ferb in the Star Wars section. It wasn't really a Star Wars section, but it felt like it. Then we see this weird cat. I don't really know what it was. And then this Mario. Then we see more upscale minifigs. I love this part of the place. Then we come over and see another Revenge of the Sith thing. I love it. But don't worry, we're not done with Star Wars with this giant mock. And then this cool Jedi Saber, Beat Saber Oculus game, which I really liked. More upscale minifigs. And then we got more upscale minifigs. I don't know what else to expect. This is cool. But then we finally made our way over. Just like Star Wars characters, I had to blur someone out using a reverse flash picture, but it'd be really cool to get a picture with them. Then we also got a gigantic Venator. It's humongous. It's also really, really cool. There's a Godzilla thing.
Yeah, I got toilet paper!
Yup, that's right. Somebody came up to us, we spun a wheel and got toilet paper. Back onto the builds. Just kidding. I want to go do something else.
2, 1, go!
We had one challenge to walk across this, and I was sweating bricks. Sorry, that was not funny.
2, 1, go! Let's go, Carter, let's go! Well done.
That's right, I did it, and it only hurt a lot of it. I finally got to one of the builds, and came across this really cool Planet of the Apes. I love that movie, and I love that I got to see one of the builds. Then a bunch of more builds. That one's from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This one's obviously from No Way Home. I love No Way Home. And then a bridge scene with Doc Ock and Spider-Man. I love it. Then we got this really cool thing and a giant minion display, which was really cool. And this purple minion uses a really unique way to build the hair. This gigantic mock, which is, if it isn't the biggest one here, it's definitely top 5. Then we have this amazing X-Men. I love Marvel, so it's obviously on my top 5. Then we got this gigantic city. I don't really know what it was, but I had to throw it in here. It's beautiful. We had this Gotham City Batman thing. I still love it, even though I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know if it's a Batcave or not. I got this really cool mystery bag, which stayed at the end of the video. I will be opening. This one's more on the weird side, but it's a giant hotel, which is cool. But the weird thing is it doesn't have minifigures. It has these doll things. I don't exactly remember what they were. I know they were created and manufactured by Lego. Still kind of weird, though. If you really think about it, Lego doesn't normally do that. This really cool motorized and moving house, which is very impressive. A Hogwarts, which is crazy. It is huge, definitely the biggest Harry Potter thing they have here. A Statue of Liberty made by Crispy Bricks. Go watch him. He's very, very talented. This isn't the only thing he brought, though. He brought this Andy's room, which I've actually seen a build on Instagram. There's this mech, which is really cool, and then there was this clone building contest. Whoever built the most in a minute, and I obviously won. I built 12, while the second highest built 8. This really cool scavenger hunt, which I found Deadpool in a few minutes. This giant Hogwarts, but I need to hurry things up, so I'm going to speed run a few. So, we got this Hogwarts, Dora, Porg versus Penguin battle, Iron Giant movie quiz, Lego City. It's really cool. Then we have a Dune, futuristic city, and whatever this thing is.
Shuffling in. I'm so excited to see you all. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Just try to fill up. That's Republic. I want to feel those things. I don't want to make it awkward.
If you have no idea what Republic Studs is talking about, which you probably don't, I went to this really cool Lego panel with a bunch of YouTubers, which I got pictures with the B3 and Republic Studs. It was amazing. But now it is time to see what mystery minifigure this minifigure blind bag is gonna be.
I think it's gonna be a Spider-Man.
Okay, what do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know.
Yes.
Stitch.
Okay.
No,
Dad, what do you think? Point it down. Dad, what do you think this is gonna be?
I had Sled City. I don't even know what it was. What they had.
I think it might be a Star Wars something.
Oh yeah, Star Wars something.
Okay, ready for this? Ready? For the grand reveal. I don't know what this is. I don't know.
No idea.
Let me do my I think it might be like a soccer player. It actually ended up being a player from the table soccer set. Thank you guys for watching this video. It means a lot. YouTube recommends you watch this video next, so go watch it.